What is up, Rose? Josh here, and welcome to episode 11 of World of Warships for Beginners, my series where we are going over the basics of World of Warships all the way to the advanced stuff and everything in between to make you a better World of Warships player. In the last episode, we went over how to take advantage of all the freebies Wargaming kind of hands out in this game, whether through campaigns, whether through the events, whether through the daily missions, all that kind of stuff. And in today's episode, we're going to show you guys how to maximize that for more credits, more XP, more Captain XP, more everything to just make the game a bit easier getting from point A to point B, depending on what kind of ships you want to go through, getting through a ship, getting an upgraded ship, what have it. It just basically makes it taking those freebies and turning them into whatever you want to turn them into. First of all, what we need to do is we need to bounce over to the wiki, which I'll put a link down below. You can dive into it a little bit more in depth, and I will show you exactly what credits, XP, and all this kind of stuff actually breaks down to meaning. Now here we are over on the World of Warships wiki and under the economy page, and in a past episode we went over the difference between ship XP and free XP. Free XP is basically just a 5%, as you can see right here, of the post XP. So it's just a fraction which you can use anywhere. Ship XP is the XP you can use on one ship. There also is a third XP, Elite Commander XP. This is something we'll get over in a different later episode. This is something that's a bit more advanced. You need a 19-point captain to do it, and it's just really not that important right now since we're not going to have a 19-point captain for a long time. And what the wiki does is it does a pretty good job at breaking down how to get credits and XP, which are basically hand in hand, tied together. More XP you get, the more credits you're going to get. But really, there's three major ways to get XP. First of all, capping, playing objectives, going in there, getting on cap, whether it's a solo base cap or an assisted base cap, you will get credits for doing that. Also defending those base caps. So if you have taken it and a red player tries to get in, you shoot them, you are defending that cap. That'll also give you XP. Second, doing damage. Lots of damage will get you XP. The more damage, the merrier. And that'll basically get you XP. And the third, finally, the big kills. Getting kills will get you XP. You want to go out there, finish those ships off, get those kills, and that'll also help you out. But there's more than just those three basic things. But those are going to be the real basic ones. Capping, playing the objectives, defending the objectives, doing damage, and killing ships. Those are the three basic ones. But diving into it, there's a lot of ways to get XP, and the wiki does a good job explaining that. So receiving any kind of ribbon. Now, the only way you're not going to get anything, you're basically break even on credits and get 0 XP, is if you just AFK. So loading into the game, you don't move, don't shoot, don't do anything, you'll get 0 XP, and you'll basically break even, or if not, lose credits, depending on which tier you are. Now, what you can do though is as long as you're shooting, as long as you're moving, you're gaining XP throughout the entire game. So receiving any ribbons is how they break it down here. Hitting the enemy ships, so that's hits, whether it's citadels, fires, whatever. Detecting an enemy target, so if you're playing a DD or spotting, you're gonna get XP through that. Capping, as we said, capping, defending caps, that kind of stuff, shooting down planes, anything that will give you a ribbon that pops up will give you XP, and they are varying on importance and how much they give you. Increases both credits and experience. They are not equal though. Dealing damage and especially killing, the killing blows. Although you could go out and just do damage, and you, let's say you've done 150,000 damage, you potentially could get more kills or more XP than somebody who has 4 or 5 kills, but they have very little damage. So there is a way that you can actually outweigh damage with kills. So just getting more kills doesn't always mean you're going to have more XP. A small bonus is worth the damage dealt by allies using your ships, so that's also spotting. It's a new part of World of Warships. Also adding achievements is also nice, stuff like Kraken and Confederate, stuff like that. And then of course, the basic reward increases greatly for the winning team. You do get a bonus there as well. One thing I do want to add about XP though is 10,000 damage just doesn't equal 10,000 damage. XP is based off life of the ship. So 10,000 damage to a battleship is not going to equate to 10,000 damage of a cruiser or a destroyer. So you're looking at 1,000 damage to a DD. That could be up to 10% of its life. 10,000 damage to a battleship is almost nothing. So there is a difference in ship or damage against the ship from ship to ship. That's why I always recommend shooting at certain ships first, like shooting at DDs first, cruisers, then battleships. So when you see people focusing on only battleship damage and they're only hitting battleship damage, you could do 150,000 damage to just battleships. And if somebody did, let's say 40,000 damage to only destroyers, they might even end up with more XP overall because it's percentage based on what the XP is per ship when going forward. Now we're going to check out some post-battle screens and really show what these additions and these freebies that you can get with flags and all this kind of stuff can really do to your XP, credits, and everything else. And here we have our first game. They'll all be with Omahas, and our first game was actually pretty solid. Almost 73,000 damage. We got a kill, 103 main battery hits, lots of ribbons. Those are the ribbons we're talking about. And overall pretty solid. 2,000 XP, 100 free XP. We finished the game top of the team at 1,358 base XP. That's a pretty solid game, right? And being top of the team, that's always good. And we finished with 173,000, and then we ended up with 2,000 XP earned, 2,000 XP for our commander, which we ended up leveling up, and that's it. 2,000 XP total, again, with that 100 free XP. So going back to port, we have all of these things we have added with the campaign and with these events, and we have all of these extra flags, extra additions, and even if you have some premium time, that's what we're checking out there. We're checking on the right side, which is premium time. You can then start getting some results like this. So here we have our second game in the Omaha. We have a little less damage, but more kills this time. So we're going to see a little bit different here. We end up with 4,500 XP. So more than double our XP, more than double our free XP, and it even earned some more credits. So let's check the base XP. We end up with about 1,500. That's going to be a little bit of a bonus there with the kills, and depending on what you've done credit or damage to, that's also going to help as well. And then looking at the final, the detailed, which you can check out yourself for the credits and XP. We earned 50,000 more credits this game just for doing that, even though we did less damage but more kills. And as you can see, we're really showing off the XP difference. And what I mean by that is we added an equal speed Charlie, which is going to add 50%, which is something you can pick up through the campaigns easily and just by doing daily play and everything. And the daily win bonus. This is something we talked about last episode, where you get 1 win a day that gets 50% extra. So there we go. We added basically double added 100%. They're additive right there, and we doubled our XP in one game. So basically played the exact same, almost the same XP at the end, just to 200 more. But since we added those small additions, we more than doubled. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's going to add up really quick, and you're going to be able to get to the Omaha extremely quick. Now we have all types of additions that we've added through, and we can add in a whole bunch of stuff, add in Hydro Flag, add in all this kind of things, and we can really rack up how much XP and credits we can earn, and you can see that in the final Omaha game we will be showing off. So here is the third and final Omaha game, and as you can tell, it is a little bit different than the past two. Now we have thrown on everything we can this game. Not only did we have a good game, but we had a monster game to show off what you can really pump out. Even with a tier 5 ship, this is fantastic. These are the kind of credits you'll make in high tiers if you really rack them up, but over 700,000 credits, almost 19,000. That's like a tier 4 ship done in one game, basically. Over almost 19,000 XP for your ship, over 5,000 free XP, which is stuff you can use on any ship, 100,000 damage, 4 kills. So it was our best game overall. And of course, looking at the base XP, 2,100, monster game. And obviously that's going to get us a little bit more there for sure. And looking at the final screen, you can see all the additions, almost 700,000. 700,000 just profit on this ship that we did there. And you can see without premium would have been on the left side, since we had some premium on this account at the time. We had the right side, so it's even more. You can see the difference there. It's pretty massive. And you can just look at all the modifiers, Ocean Soul, blah, blah, blah. We used the camo, we use flags, all this stuff we've unlocked over time. And on top of the 19,000, almost 19,000 normal XP for the ship, over 5,000 free XP, we had 36,000, almost 37,000 commander XP. Now that is absolutely insane, especially for a tier 5 ship. You can see all these additions, the ship's bonus, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely nuts. And this is what you guys can do, and this is the kind of bonuses you guys can run if you want to do that. What I recommend in the end is using these. If you really want to jack up all this, as you can see right here, I didn't even have my daily win on this, so it could have been even higher, which would have been nuts. So yeah, using them on the big first win is always awesome. And then if you just want to get through them, you can as well. But pretty freaking nuts just using these, using the camos that we have here. Lots of camos we can use, and just all these kinds of additions we've just unlocked through the campaign, and just figuring out what you want to work for and using them, and you're basically awesome. So I just want to kind of show you guys overall what you could get and the benefits that this game, using those freebies and really maximizing the credits, maximizing the XP, the captain XP, the free XP, all these kind of bonuses, using them up. Again, I recommend using these if you do have a free first win. That's when you're going to get the biggest bonus you possibly can. But of course, if you want to keep on using them, keep going. I recommend not using too much of it early, because you know, it gets kind of almost exponential for how much XP you need and credits you need as you're going. And so as you're going up to, you're going to get more XP overall, you're going to earn more credits. So things are more expensive, but you're also earning as you go. So if you're going to throw all of them on like a tier 2 ship you enjoy to play, you're not really going to get the massive benefit and earnings you think you would, instead of like maybe using them on like a tier 7 ship or a later ship that you guys are going to have. Eventually you unlock a premium that we already have in our port right here, but you unlock a premium with the Texas, which we'll go over in a later episode on how to use premium ships and all that kind of stuff. You unlock that, and that's another good way of doing it, is using the premium ships too. But the options are endless for how much you guys can use this stuff, and if you use them smartly, you can really kind of use them here and there, and you'll get the biggest bang for your buck as you're rolling through. But anyways, guys, want to make this video. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'll put a link down below to the wiki, and again, you can re-go over this video and we'll break down. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer as many as I can. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this series, using those freebies to really get the biggest bang for your buck for not only credits and XP and helping you guys get through the games. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.